and freaking fire the skulls in the freaking cannon.
It's a camera.
What do you mean it's a camera?
It's a Canon camera, boss.
Skulk, this is definitely going to reflect on your annual review. I hope you weren't thinking that you were going to get a raise. I am disappointed, but also relieved because we are technically a research crew as well as, pirates.
Are they still trying to come over here? Is that... We'll deal with it next week.
Days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. My mama said, I went walking the other day and everything was going fine.
Facebook friends aren't your friends, yeah.
Those aren't all your friends. And he goes, no, what are you talking about? Those are all my friends. And he goes, it's like, you've met that person like twice. And he's like, yeah, but I know him. And he's like, well, that's not a friend. That's an acquaintance. And it's like,
the degradation of the English language.
I guess to a person, it's the degradation of the English language, and it is feeding on, you could say, either egotistical problems someone might have with themselves, or it could be just like, kind of almost like predatory practices towards vulnerable people. So like you were giving them this feeling of like ego because I know a lot of people, which we've all experienced when we were like 16, 17, 18. We knew I was fake and not real. Those people don't, but they're like going through it right now. And that was just such, and I'm not saying anyone's dumb or anything for doing that. It's just, it dawned on me that like how it happens if you've never dealt with it before. Like even my own father does it in a way that it's like, you're like, wow, you really are kind of blown away by this because you spent like 30 years away from him, but now you're like, I can have conversations on here. But their conversations are just like, either I have found super tame or wild. Like there's no in between. It's just super tame or wild, depending on which side of the spectrum you're on that. So, but it's just crazy. And I think all that's feeding into the data. It's feeding into the data that, like, when we talk about public opinion, like, that's the data that's going into public opinion. And because we're so, like, such, like, millennials most likely more than any other generation are just so anti-internet. Once again, our voice is just not going to be heard.
Like, I was the first person to leave town for college and have like all of it come with me, right? For generations before, what you could leave town and you just left town, and then probably with stuff like your credit started following you or whatever, right? But like I left and it was everyone's Facebook from everyone home, and then everyone who came to school with me brought their high school do you know what I mean? Like high school's been like unescapable, like despite me having wanted to do nothing but escape high school, like since I got there. Do you know what I mean? Like, right? But that's what these old people are doing is they're just back in high school, right? And Donald Trump's living in high school. There you go. First name drop of the episode. But right, all of these like rich, famous, popular people, like they just never grew up. They never grew up. It's who has the most friends, who has the biggest car, whose dad bought him the nicest car, right? You know what I mean? Like fuck that kid who like worked and bought himself a Honda Civic, right?
And dude,
because that other kid's dad had, like, do you know what I mean? And like the entire time your teachers were pretending like you could all work hard enough in math class that like you could do whatever you wanted, right? And I'm like, this guy's driving a Benz and he's a freshman, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like.
Yeah, and all the people that like, even the people that don't, in some ways, aren't even on that level, think that they are, or that they got close to it, and they'll support that type of behavior. I guess what I'm saying is that nobody grew up from high school except for the people that went to college, and people went to college, or not even college, like
but
military,
like that's
anywhere
why,
where you just left home, right? Like you still had to be on your P's and Q's. You still had to be on your P's and Q's the whole time. Yeah, like
and
at least digitally,
like I remember, like, like I had to
Right,
like
yeah.
go to like some drinking class because they were like, you have like stuff on your Facebook, and it's like it's so crazy. People now on their Facebook like have like incredible jobs, and like every
Nude
Facebook
pictures.
post is just like the most vile shit you've ever seen. It's like, Mike, you had a picture on your Facebook one time that was a cigarette ripped up and it said joint, so I had to go to like fucking drinking classes. Do you know what I mean? Does everyone understand? You guys are trying to get more of this bullshit in my life. Fuck off with your Facebook. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, come on. Fuck off. This already happened. And like now there's just a cycle of like these old fuckers getting on it, and young kids have always been on it, and it's just like churning from both sides. It's like someone's got to stop and like pay it, like smell the roses.
Someone's
Like,
got to smell the roses, baby. Digital online ain't real. And what's crazy is that it's so etched in our lives now. You can't escape it, dude. It's so there on every
The captain
corner.
and the green guy, they're on track an area. I'm gonna be honest with you, because Skunk, I let the ball slip. I need your help. Please tell me that you have something that I can give to the Dark Orbit today.
Listen here, boss. Feast your eyes right here on the monitor, and you'll see the captain and Mr. Green on their way to a land of fantasy.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, I thought that was it. I thought that was the one. Skunk. Skunk. I mean,
Yep. All done.
Skunk.
I was done last week. I had it all ready for you. It's all been sitting here ready to
Skunk,
go.
let me tell you that I am very happy that you've done this, but I want you to know one thing. It could have been done a lot quicker, and I think you know that. You need to let me know when these things are done so I do not have these last-minute emergencies where I freak out about it all.
Well, I put the one candle on in the window, per the manual.
The candles to the monitor.
No, the candle is the warning system related to how we're it's more of a monitoring system of the monitors here, boss.
Skunk, what does this monitor actually do, per se?
It's capturing the image in the camera, and now the image is being displayed here in the monitor for you to see what they're doing.
I've noticed that that it's not a very good picture. It may be like 210p. Is that?
Well, boss, you're thinking more of a digital signal, and what we got right here is a fine analog product. Actually, what happens here, boss, is there's a series of tubes inside of the television here, and what would happen is as you want to represent a certain amount of light on the front of the screen.
Okay. Right,
different
I should
amount.
not have asked. That's on me. What I need from you is the last thing, and here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell me a bunch of words about why you can't do something. And I'm here to tell you that I don't want to hear about the labor pains. I just want the baby. And I need this screen on the big projector mainframe for the meeting later with the board of the Dark Orbit. I don't care what you got to do. I already know your answer's no. But you better figure it out. Because if not, it's not going to be just you in the gravity expel chamber. I might have to join you. Both of our asses are on the line this time. Skulk, do you understand?
Oh, well, I guess I could get a longer cable or something there, boss. But this kind of on a back order. We might
No.
take a week
You
or
don't got a
so
week.
to
You
kind
got
of,
24 hours. You
get,
got to make it work. And also, I'm going to go again because obviously we've
2
spent
weeks.
way too much time together. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Probably figure out how to not make this a terrible mistake on you. And I will do my best to... I will do my best to defend you, Skulk. Godspeed, son.
In the distant future, out in space we roam, with nothing much to bother, but we still call it home. Planets full of nothing, and stars that fade away in the economy of nothing.
I would have
We're
to
here
start a
save the
movement that is
day.
like, we need to go lo-fi phones again, because it would literally, one, we wouldn't be expected to be online at all time, or readily available for everyone at all time, at least work. And, it's more freedom back, because there's really nothing to do on your phone other than enrage you or make you feel
But, like-
scared or shop or advertise to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's why I think obviously like it sucks like the only answer was like a second phone, right? And to
gotta
like
have two
have
phones.
like, but then of course then there's all money, right? And but like
It's a luxury to have a phone away
because
from
we
your
just
phone.
we needed because what I want is my phone away from all of the
I know.
bullshit.
But like you said, they're bringing all the bullshit to every aspect of your life. And especially if you have kids, you're locked
they're
in.
like
dude.
they're like how much longer are people gonna fall for this? It's gonna be easier. Like it's so much
harder.
Not
Everything's
easier.
such a pain in the ass
like
to do. Nothing is easy.
Right?
I mean,
Like,
stuff is quick. Stuff is quicker.
It's so
Don't get me wrong, but I think with stuff, exactly,
But it all sucks.
everything's like quicker, but like it has no substance. Yeah.
until it breaks, and then things break
Yeah.
so much harder, right? Like
Well, nothing's
It's-
tangible.
one of those
Everything
things where
is like,
Yeah.
on a phone or a TV.
well, that's like we've had a conversation about how like you really just do think that someone could like Dennis Nedry like all of America, right? In Jurassic Park, where he's able to just like it's also automated that he's able to just like do a thing and shut the entire park down, right? And it does kind of feel like because like people's services and things are shut off all the time without a human ever doing anything, right? Like people miss payments, the services just get cut off through systems, right? Like, so sure, why not, right? Like, how long would it take if someone was able to like hack into like something and be like, no one paid their Disney Plus this month, and just like no one at Disney would fucking notice until like all of a sudden everyone's got canceled and they started canceling, right? Like no one's monitoring
I just
it like
realized
that.
the reason that blockchain's the future of money is because if everything's going to like online streaming and stuff in the same exact way, like the way you stop hacking is ledger technology. Unfortunately, that's
Like,
what they're
you
going to
can't,
do.
like,
I'm telling
but
you.
like here's
That's what they're trying to
but, like,
tokenize
here's the
everything
thing,
right
right?
now. The whole stock market, they're trying to tokenize. They're sending us there whether we like it or not, Mike, and you know they are.
but they like all they're trying to do is provide
Services.
less.
Yeah, they're trying to make
for
a
the
lot of money by
right?
you not having
like,
as much.
So like it's cheap. It's cheaper. It was cheaper to provide paper than coins, right? Or paper than coins, and it's cheaper to provide nothing than paper, right? Like, you know what I mean?
It's cheaper
Like,
to
and then they're like, oh, but don't worry, like this becomes like the entire bullshit, right? Don't worry, this authentication program is the most secure thing all the time. More secure than me having a sack full of money and a shotgun? I don't
More
fucking
secure-
think so, right?
more secure than a whole bag of money and a shotgun. And I kind of want to turn the topic to Scrubs. They just relaunched, Mike.
Scrubs.
What do you?
Oh, yay. Oh, man. I can't. Are the interns
No.
from season 9 back?
Ask another question.
Oh, okay. Are they in the same hospital as Sacred Heart? Did Sacred Heart move? It was
Sacred
demolished
Heart's
in
still the
season 9.
same place it was, and it's still there. Ask another question.
Okay. So is the
Not yet, but I
janitor
haven't
back?
finished the first episode. Ask another question.
Okay. How about is
The Todd
Todd
is back.
I assumed the Todd would be back. Is Laverne?
I haven't seen Laverne
back?
2. Pretty sure she's still dead.
I
Haven't seen him yet, but still haven't finished the first episode. So
who's
Dr.
in this-
Cox plays an
who's
old
in
guy
this
in this
show?
one, but his voice is like old. Bro, I talked smack about it this morning with you in the car, and Emily is the one that brought it up. She goes, "Did you see the new Scrubs?" And I was a little intrigued, and I was like, "I've seen the preview. Have you watched it?" And she goes, "I watched the whole thing." And I was like, "Did it suck?" And she goes, "I don't know. I liked it. I think you might like it." and I'm like asking questions, and she's like, "Why don't you just put it on?" And put it on like right before dinner, and I was like, "All right, here we go." And dude, you want to fucking talk about a nostalgia sandwich just made just for me and you? I was right back in it, and it worked. Like, I was just like, okay, I can get in this. Like, it was basically like they just undid the things that they did. Apparently, like JD's and Elliot's marriage didn't work out. They're having a divorce. But the jokes are funny. And then like
that's
him
fun.
and Turk meet up and they go for an eagle. And you're like, oh yeah, the eagle. You're just gonna do old tropes. But then he's like, sciatica starts messing up, and he's like falling. And they're like, ooh, I think it's time to put eagle to bed. Carlos says, and he's like, yeah, that's right, JD, call it. And he goes, it's actually hard to see without my glasses. And I know it's the corniest sounding joke, but it's so Scrubsified that it made me laugh, and I was like, all right, you did it. I didn't think you could do it, but you did it.
I mean, I guess like there is like a void for like that, like kind of like Scrubs like wink at the camera without
actually
like
doing it. Yeah, like
Rick
a
and Morty.
subtle.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like just yes, like oh yeah, we're making a television show to entertain you, but like it's not some sort of like meta text about the like philosophy of television.
Yeah, and it's very clear to me that like right from the beginning you're like, oh my gosh, it just dawned on me that like JD is Dr. Cox and Jordan, like him and Elliot, JD and Elliot became Dr. Cox and Jordan in the first.
Yeah,
and it's just so funny because like the whole time Dr. Cox is like, you're not me, JD. And it's starting to feel like, it's like, oh yeah, JD was kind of like his real, like who he was, but like a different version of who he was. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask two questions? First question, when you let me go back to Dr. Play. Is he playing older than like that actor actually is? Is that what you mean? Or like
I don't know how old he actually is, but he feels like he's playing older than I think he's actually like for his age still like in decently shape. Like you can tell he's like putting on a voice.
Oh, but you think he's being like more curmudgeonly?
Yeah, but not like Dr. Kelson.
Normal, or maybe his voice he just has an older voice and he can't really get into it or whatever anymore.
Yeah, no, he does. I feel like everybody gets back into their character the same way they would.
I guess
that I've seen.
I guess that's whenever I somehow end up getting tricked into getting Hulu again, I am sure I'll watch it. But I was thinking there's probably a place for it. I was watching the show St. Denis Medical, which I don't know. It's trying to be Scrubs Parks and Rec, I guess, kind of thing. David Alan Grier was in it, which is the only reason I gave it a chance. But it was no Scrubs or any of those other shows I mentioned. But I was like, oh, there's a place for like a funny medical thing still, probably.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
like,
I knew it was possible because T-Mobile commercials, and then like the Pit got really successful. I think everything's just shelved, dude. In my opinion, I think everything is shelved, waiting for like a trend to capitalize on, so that they can like re-drop it. Yeah.
Well, they're just going to run through it. Like this is kind of like the thing that like. We'll see, right? Like I'm not like I want to believe that things can be good or whatever, right? But like it does just feel like they're just like rehashing the same stuff, and it's like it's the same thing I've talked about before with like when it's one of our first episodes when like they got Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn back together again to do like a direct TV commercial. I was like, no, you already did this to do the Google movie, right? And so it kind of feels like, yo, it feels like they've got like Alan Tudyk and the other guy that were in Firefly together. What's his name? He's in everything. The Rookie and all that stuff. Castle?
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, they're always, hey, it's us back together again. I'm like, yeah, every time it's you guys back together. You know what I mean? It's like how many they've rode the idea of Scrubs to like a podcast and T-Mobile commercials and some other commercials, and now they're back to like just doing Scrubs again. It's like, okay, I guess.
I know, but it worked.
But like, it just sell out on sell out on sell out. You know what I mean? But like, that's fine. But like, a price has to be
I'm
paid
not
for all this
disagreeing
selling out,
with
and
you.
we're
I'm
paying
just
it.
saying when everything else sucks, and I remember I watched it
Dude,
and I
I hope
stopped
it's
Emily
good.
and I said,
I hope it's good.
I said, God damn it. This is the moment. This is the moment when you officially know you're old. I know we were getting older. But I didn't feel old, but it was just like when the jokes hit so well for you because they were your jokes. It is like riding a bike. It's the closest thing to like nostalgia riding a bike for the first time I've ever felt in my life. And
I mean, I hope so. I mean, considering that like almost every
sucks.
revival of
Yeah.
everything has been
Yeah.
absolute.
I was just
dog
like, you
shit.
could,
Like,
you could
they
tell.
keep
The only way
doing
I
it.
think you could tell is like
Eventually-
JD. Like, obviously, I mean, he's a good actor, and I think he's a good director. Like better than most. So I think a lot of those guys probably had to step in and be like, no, I have creative control. I think at a certain point of Hollywood, you have to like have that to come back for the 15th time.
I mean, I hope so. I've been thinking a lot about the Community movie
I
recently,
forgot they had a movie.
right? And like how like no, they haven't, right? But 6 seasons of movie, it got like willed into like existence. They only show ever to stream on Yahoo Plus or whatever the fuck that was before it got shut down, right? Like it's like they'll do it eventually, but it's like, do I want like is there anything to say? And I guess Scrubs does have like the narrative engine of like we'll just still
but like modern
right?
day, the
Like,
jokes modern day, I'm
yeah,
like,
so,
okay,
like,
you guys have been
yeah.
paying attention. I think you get what's happening. Yeah.
I mean something needs
I think
to
this
start
might be
punching,
it. That's my
dude.
thing. Like I
do you
feel
know
like
what I mean?
I feel like it's punching
I was
back a little bit.
thinking about
I think it is.
how Peacemaker went to a Nazi Earth and had nothing to say about
isn't
it.
that crazy? It's crazy.
The background.
I think it'd be funny if it was it's like a follow the yellow brick road to the Disney castle, right? But like it's Oregon Trail style.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the planet that's ruled by the egg
Which
of
is
divine right.
capitalism or something.
Well, no, if you remember,
I obviously don't remember.
There was the original idea where that's why I know. Well, I'm phrasing it like maybe you would. Like, this is back in season 0. This is when Cheyenne was still there, and we go there. It's like, what do we do with this egg? Because whoever holds the golden egg controls the planet, right? And the queen wants it, and the rebels want it, and the captain's like, why don't we go give it back to the dragon mom, right? Is what eventually happens on this planet, right? But right now, we're fucking just delivery guys, man.
Well, I think it's easy to be delivery guys and you just shoot the shit like us going down the road, just talking about. I think in general, I mean, it's a mystery box. The skulls they're not in a hurry to get it because they don't know if it's good or bad, right? They're trying to figure out. They're researching it like
they're like
what
waiting
is
for something to
in
unwrap
J.J.
it.
Abrams' mystery box. It could be the best thing in the world. It could be the worst thing in the world. But they're trying to figure that out, and they're waiting for like whatever hint we give them to go down for whatever reason to try to take it from us.
I think it's established in universe that like you get paid for the mystery box based on the value of the contents that you can't know until you get there. Right, so it's like loot boxes for like jobs. It's like no, but you need to carry this loot box all the way there, and maybe it was a thing valuable enough, and then they tip you based on how good it is or some shit like that.
Like
but you have no control over it.
A different currency from a different planet, but can't be used on the planet that you're on. So you're like, well, wait a minute. That means I have to go to a different planet and do a different mission to even use the currency, and that's the point, right?
Well, so like a thing that like I just remembered now we don't have to do it. But like why aren't they on the fucking moonshine? Like the whole point of the moonshine is that it turns into a truck and it drives, and it's like because they have some like anachronistic laws that are like you can't have any like future technology.
I do like it's like a giant parking lot,
right?
but they're just charging a shitload of parking, like $100 a day, but we got to take horses and buggies.
I mean, it has to be something like that, right? Because the horses are fucking robot horses. They're being held together with like laser whips. Do you know what I mean?
It ruins the cowboy ambiance by letting...
It's just the fucking parking lot, dude. That's all it is. It's just a grift to get us the fucking
taking
park.
and they're charging a shitload.
And we don't even know what's in the mystery boxes. So is it worth the
Yeah.
No, probably not. Why would they tip us more than it costs
Yeah,
us to
and on
park
top
here?
of that, it's a
We're
different
never
currency,
coming
so
back
you got
to
to
this
pay
planet.
like you're actually down more money, and it's a gamble if you even make it back.
Yeah, we're losing money on this gig, is what I'm saying. But we're probably losing subscribers on this gig too. By the
Well,
way, Greedy.
It had to be done. Thanks for listening. As always, like and subscribe, share and
Hey,
review,
look
do
at
whatever you got to do.
look at these rotating
Go to
wheels,
economyofnothing.com. Check all the things out. Join the Patreon.
EconomyOfNothing.com.